This episode of Mosh Potatoes brought to you by Suburban Revolt, featuring the Pogo 77 line of handmade clothing and jewelry for punks and goths. Suburban Revolt, it's a revolt against the mundane. Right now on Moshed Potatoes, we learn the truth.
Oh, it's the truth that sticks with you. It's the truth that sticks with you. It's the truth that sticks with you.
We then go to Northern California for the legendary Death Guild. That's both right now on Moshed Potatoes.
What is up? It's Judas Corpse Boy, and this is the newest episode of Mosh Potatoes. In this episode, we got a review of a killer album called Fire by a band called Boston Strangler. Real good stuff. Then we got an on-the-scene report from Death Guild, the California institution. So, why talk anymore? Let's do this. Fire came out in 2014 from the band Boston Strangler from, obviously, Boston. They play hardcore the way it used to be. Real fast, real mean, pure mosh pit fuel. And now let me tell you all about the album starting now. The album starts with the intro, Strike the Match. Killer stuff, and it gets you pumped for the rest of the album. Just a little taste of what's to come. The next song on the album is called Fire, and it's about your inner fire. It's about feeding that inner fire. It's about never letting it die. It's about having passion. It's about going for it. Next song is called Forward to Hell, and it's all about how I won't be pushed around. You want to try it and see what happens to you? The next song is called Outcast, and it's all about the feelings of loneliness and isolation that, well, comes from being a nonconformist. That's something we can all relate to pretty well, and this song does a good job of putting the whole thing into music. Song after that is called We Don't Need. Fuck two-faced people and fake friends. We don't need them in our life. Fuck them. Next song is called Broken Spirit, and it's about the people who go to punk shows just to be assholes. We don't need you fuckers. Why don't you leave? Call to Arms is the next song, and that's exactly what it is. It is a call to arms. Remember, you got your friends for backup, so go for it. The song after that is called The Truth, and the truth is that friendship is power, not magic, power. And that truth sticks with you. The next song is called We've Had It, and it's yet another comment on unity and the importance of never giving up. Song after that is called Joke's on You. Hey, you think you know what this is all about? Think again. The next song is called What You Get, and it's about respecting different ways of life and different opinions. You give what you get. If you give respect, you will get respect. You diss someone, you'll get dissed back. Keep that in mind when you live your life. Time for War is the next song, and it's about how misunderstanding can lead to conflict and how it should be avoided at all costs. The last song of this album is called Slow Burn, and slow my ass. It's about never letting your internal fire die. You get knocked down, you get back up. Do you like early Agnostic Front? Like United Blood, Victim in Pain Agnostic Front? Do you like early youth of today? This is the album you want. I am not kidding. It is pure shred fuel for a skate ramp and pure fuel for a mosh pit. They have it for sale on Amazon MP3. Go and get it. It's called Fire. It's by Boston Strangler, and I'm telling you here and now, you want it. It is some awesome hardcore punk. Next up, we go to San Francisco for what's become a California institution. I'm talking about the one and only club known as Death Guild. So, let's do it.
It's Monday night here in San Francisco. The people here are going to the DNA Lounge for what's become a tradition in Northern California. One of the oldest in the Gothic scene, in fact. What could I be talking about? Death Guild has called San Francisco its home since all the way back in 1993. From its humble origins in a small space called The Pit, it's grown to become the longest-running Gothic club in the US and the second oldest in the world. The club moved to the DNA Lounge in 2008 from a venue called the Glass Cat. This venue features a main dance floor and an upstairs lounge, each with its own DJs. Add to that the pizza restaurant connected to the place, and you have the makings of a one-of-a-kind venue for a goth club and Bay Area institution. After a while of checking the club out, it was time to talk to the head man of the club. This is the man who created Death Guild and keeps it going to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you David King. Hey there, what's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm David King.
Mr. King, how long have you been doing Death Guild?
I believe we're a little over 23 years now.
How does it feel to be the longest running goth night, longest running goth night in the world, and the oldest one in North America?
Well, first I'll debate whether or not we are the longest running goth club, because as we put it, we are the longest running continuous weekly goth club in the world. And it feels great. We've had a ton of customers, we've had slow years, but we've always provided a place that people could return to year after year, decade after decade. And that's what I want to keep doing.
Cool. Tonight was the first night you DJ digitally?
It was the second time I DJed digitally.
And yeah, we had a little mishap there. How'd it go, you think?
It's not bulletproof. I mean, it's not as solid as CDs. There's plenty of people out there that are doing it digitally, and it's perfectly reliable. But it's one of those things where you always have a CD on backup, so there's no more than a few seconds of dead air.
Cool. How did you first get involved in Death Guild?
Well, I moved here from New Jersey, and me and a few friends were looking for something to do, so we found this club on Monday night. We bribed our way in with some change and clove cigarettes and sunglasses, and really liked the place. I told the guy who was running it, hey, anything I can do to help out, let me know. And a couple months later, he was done, and I took over and started a new night, and that was Death Guild.
Awesome. So how do you pick the tracks you like to spin?
For me, it's the stuff I like personally is something, the words have to say something to me, the music has to move me. When I DJ, I like thinking of it as telling a story, where you have ups, you have downs, it gives a little bit of everything to everyone. Sometimes it's just plain weird.
Cool. What do you think the future's going to be for Death Guild? You of course you plan to keep going, but what do you think? Anything special coming up, or?
Well, I mean, I'm starting planning for the 25th anniversary. It seems a little early because we still have to the 24th anniversary coming up, but quarter century is going to be a pretty big milestone. It's just going to do what I have to do to keep it going.
Groovy. Anything you'd like people out there to know?
We're here every Monday. We have been for 23 years, and we will keep being here every Monday as long as I can make it happen.
But he's not the only DJ here, of course. I spoke to one of the other DJs who handles the upstairs lounge. Meet Michael Vile. Okay, sir, could you please state your name?
Michael Vile.
And you're a DJ here at Death Guild?
Yes.
How long have you been DJing here?
I started doing some guest sets here about 5-6 months ago.
Oh, so you're a relatively new DJ?
Yes.
Are you new to the Bay Area as well?
No, I'm Bay Area born and raised.
Cool. Why do you choose what you like to spin?
I'm sorry.
How do you choose what you spin?
I actually have always been of the philosophy of just kind of playing whatever it is that I feel passionate about, whatever it is that I love, and I just kind of hope that everybody really feels the same way. And so far, that philosophy has really been working out.
Anything you want to say to the people at home?
Whatever it is you do, no matter what, you got to follow your passion, follow your dreams. If you have art inside of you, let it out.
What do you usually like to spin, by the way?
Like a lot of, industrial agrotech, a lot of Suicide Commando, Dismantled, but I also, I grew up in the metal scene, so, I also like to play, a lot of that, so, I'll throw out some, some more stuff like Rammstein and, the White Zombie, Rob Zombie. So I mean, I kind of like to spin just a little bit of anything, kind of whatever takes me in the moment.
So that's about it. If you ever find yourself in San Francisco on a Monday night and are in need of a killer goth club, then here's where you want to go. As usual, tell 'em Moshed Potatoes sent ya. This is Judas Corpse Boy, your roving scene reporter, out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of Moshed Potatoes. If you've watched this far or watched it all, thank you very much. I want to give a shout out to my one and only patron on Patreon right now, DJ Rhoda Crucifaxion. That's right, you've seen him in the episode on Crucifaxion. Well, now he is personally supporting Moshed Potatoes. Why don't you go show him a little love? It's Rhoda Crucifaxion on Facebook, and if you're in the Mountain View, California area, the club is Crucifaxion. Show him some love. Once again, I've been Judas Corpse Boy. You've been awesome. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of Moshed Potatoes. If you watched this far or watched it all, thank you very much. You are awesome. I got to give out to shout out to fuck.